Hello again, hope you guys are well. Today I made something very different, savory donuts. I just came up with this idea, so I thought, why not? So for that I soaked a cup of urid dhal, but if you didn't have that handy, you can use anything that you have handy. And I blitzed it in the blender. To that I'm going to add 2 cups of millet flour. I've used bajra millet flour, but you can use anything that you have handy, or if not, whole wheat flour. If you didn't have urid dal, you can use soaked chana dal or yellow peas, etc. And then I'm just going to mix it well, and I'm going to be adding some water to get make it into a batter. So I've just rinsed the grinder that I blitzed the urid dal with, and then I'm just going to mix it all well. So the batter is at the moment is a little bit thin, but it's going to get thicker when we leave it to ferment. If you were to mix the batter with your hands, then it will help with the fermentation. I just don't like doing that. I try to avoid it as much as I can. So to help with the fermentation, I'm using a half a tablespoon of Greek yogurt, 0% Greek yogurt, fat free. But if you were to mix it with your hand, you don't need that, because I think the bacteria in your hand is enough to help with the fermentation. So I left it ferment for about 8 hours. So this, now I'm adding a bit of salt. It's as per your taste. And I've taken about 1/3 of the batter. This is too much for us, so I'll make something tomorrow. So for that, I'm just grating about 1/2 inch of ginger to the batter, so that gives a nice fragrance as well, and also it's at the flavor, and plus because it's fresh, it just gives a nice aroma to the dish. Now I've got about 2 finely chopped green chilies and a large onion, red onion, finely chopped, and I'm also adding a bowl of chopped spinach. So I'm just going to mix the batter, mix it all well into the batter, like so. And then I've got the donut maker. So this one, it's non-stick, so you don't really need any oil. But however, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to brush it with a little bit of oil. I've used coconut oil, so that also gives another aroma to my donut. But you can skip this. You don't really have to brush it with oil. So I'm just going to put it in. I'm just going to ladle in like about 3/4 of a spoon of the batter into each donut mold, like so. And then I'm going to it took about 4 minutes, 3.5 to 4 minutes for it to be thoroughly cooked. So then I'm just going to save it in a hot box. Then I'm going to repeat the process of this is enough for 1 serving. And so I'm going to do the same. On the next day, I'm with this for the rest of the batter. I have soaked moong dal, green beans, and let it sprout for for a couple of days. So I've done this prior to starting this whole donut thing. So I wanted to have that on its own. But because I had it handy, so I decided to blitz that. It's about a cup of sprouted beans with some green chilies, a little bit of ginger, maybe a 1/4 inch of ginger, and red onions. So I'm just going to blitz it, and then I'm going to put this into the batter that I saved yesterday. I'm just going to mix it, so it's really fermented even more today. And so that gives a nice tangy flavor to the donut, or you can call it dumplings. So I'm just going to mix both. So that's a little bit too much what I made with the beans, so I'm just going to leave it aside. So I will make that as well on its own without the batter, so that also comes in nicely. So for that, I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon or 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric powder. You can skip this. You don't really need to add turmeric powder to it, and I'm going to do the same process again. Yesterday night when we had this donut with spinach, I served it with lentil soup with mixed vegetable. It's called in South India sambar, which I'll probably put in a recipe another time. Hope you liked it. Please try it and let me know how it was. Thank you very much. Bye bye.